Hello everyone! This morning, I'm taking you back to my little balcony garden to show you what's been happening over the past few days. One of the things I love most about gardening is that something changes every single day. Sometimes it's a new leaf, sometimes it's a flower, and sometimes it's the first tiny fruit you've been waiting for. Today, I'll also be putting up yellow sticky traps to help control flying insects, and I'll show you how all of my vegetables are growing. Let's take a walk around the garden together. Installing yellow sticky traps. The first thing I wanted to do this morning was hang up these yellow sticky traps. At this time of year, there are a lot more flying insects in the garden, especially as plants begin to flower and produce fruit. Instead of waiting until pests become a problem, I prefer to take action early. These sticky traps are a simple way to monitor and reduce flying insects like whiteflies, aphids, fungus gnats, and sometimes fruit flies. I usually place them slightly above or around the plant canopy where insects are most active. They're not a complete solution, but they help me see what's happening in the garden without spraying unnecessary chemicals. For me, prevention is always easier than dealing with a serious pest problem later. Tash, the cucumbers are growing fast. Now let's look at the cucumbers. They've been growing incredibly fast. Just a short while ago, these vines were only a few inches tall. Now they've climbed almost all the way up the trellis. The vines are healthy, the leaves are a beautiful green, and there are plenty of flowers opening every day. The most exciting part is seeing the first tiny cucumbers forming behind the flowers. Every time I notice a new fruit, it reminds me why I enjoy gardening so much. Watching a plant grow from a tiny seed into something that produces food never gets old. I don't do anything complicated. I simply keep the soil evenly moist, guide the vines onto the trellis, and let nature do the rest. My yard-long beans are climbing beautifully. Right next to the cucumbers are my yard-long beans. They're growing even faster than I expected. Every morning, the vines seem a little longer than they were the day before. I gently guide them toward the strings so they can continue climbing upward. Keeping the vines organized now will make harvesting much easier later. I'm really looking forward to seeing the first flowers appear. Hopefully, it won't be long before these vines are covered with long, fresh beans. The mustard greens are getting bigger over here. My mustard greens are doing really well. The leaves have become noticeably larger and darker green. Healthy leaves usually tell me that the plants are getting enough sunlight, water, and nutrients. I try not to overwater them. Keeping the soil consistently moist works much better than soaking it every day. Sometimes doing less is actually better for the plants. Separating the seedlings. This tray of mustard seedlings has become a little crowded. When seedlings grow too close together, they compete for light, water, and nutrients. If I leave them like this, none of them will reach their full potential. So today, I'm separating them into another tray. I carefully lift each seedling with a little soil attached to the roots. That helps reduce transplant shock. After replanting them, I give them a gentle watering and keep them out of direct sunlight for a day or two. In my experience, that gives the seedlings a much better chance to recover quickly. So much joy. People sometimes ask me if gardening is hard. Honestly, it does take time. There are days when I need to water the plants, remove old leaves, train vines, or deal with insects. But every morning, when I step outside and see the garden looking a little greener than yesterday, it feels completely worth it. Not every day is harvest day. Sometimes the greatest reward is simply watching your plants grow stronger. That's one of the reasons I continue gardening. This little balcony has become my favorite place to start the day. See you in the next garden update. That's everything happening in my balcony garden today. The yellow sticky traps are in place, the cucumber vines continue climbing, The yard-long beans are growing beautifully. The mustard greens are getting bigger every day, and the seedlings now have more room to grow. I'm excited to see how much everything changes over the next few weeks. And I can't wait to share the progress with all of you. If you're growing vegetables at home, I'd love to know what's happening in your garden today. Thank you so much for spending a little time with me in my balcony garden. Take care, happy gardening, and I'll see you in the next video.